Everyone starts somewhere, and for us, that day is today. Welcome to my Winter Arc Chronicles. I have to look for one. The Winter Arc Challenge. What is it? Why am I doing it? What are the rules? When is the time frame? All those questions I'm gonna answer right now. I'm about to embark in this little fun challenge. I know it's a trend right now. Sometimes I think they're hopping onto certain trends like this one where it takes self-improvement and growth, where you get to set your own rules and it's not so tough like 75 hard or anything like that. It can actually be a good thing for you as long as you're consistent. That's the most important word, and honestly it's something that I struggle with, so that is what I'm gonna work on for the next 3 months or 90 days. So first, let's back up a little. And what is this Winter Arc Challenge? It's basically a challenge to set goals and improve yourself mentally, physically, especially through the winter months, hence Winter Arc. Most people start from October 1st to the end of December, but I'm not gonna follow that timeline, and I'm gonna talk about it in just a little bit. But basically it's a time to refocus. You're gonna see a lot of people saying locking in, dieting in, all these fun little words. It just means focus and be consistent. It's basically a time to start instilling new healthy habits into your lifestyle, whether it be exercising, eating right, reading, writing, whatever it works for your own lifestyle. And I think that's the most important part of this challenge. Don't try to take other people's goals and do it for yourself. Of course you can take inspiration, and I hope you get inspiration from my rules, but essentially it has to fit into your lifestyle to make this work. If I have an interest in becoming a reader and you absolutely do not care, then why are you going to read 10 pages a day, you know? That's just going to make you quit, and then you're just going to have this negative impact on yourself where you failed a challenge, this and that. So definitely do it where it fits your goals. For me, I want to start this challenge because I personally love a good short-term challenge that gets me motivated to just keep going long-term. And honestly, I just want to start living the life I want, including those healthy habits that I want to instill, and just start living that dream life that I would like, instead of just wishing for it all the time. Like, I wish I can be that girl that wakes up early. I wish I can have my own time as a mom. I wish I can work out. I wish, right? I want to stop wishing and start doing. And I find that when I give myself a short time frame of a goal, like running every day for 30 days or doing things like that, that honestly helps me because it just gets me in the habit. And if you didn't know, it actually takes 21 days to form a habit where it doesn't feel like you're struggling. And I really just want to focus in starting these healthy habits, creating an actual habit out of them, so that way I can start living my life the way I want to. I just want to clarify that I'm not reaching for the best version of myself, because realistically there is always room for improvement, and I am nowhere near like the top. I'm somewhere down here. Like, this is the bottom. I'm like here. The top is way up there. I just want to keep improving myself little by little. I'm not trying to reach for the stars because I want to be realistic about these goals. I can't control outside factors. Like, I can't control how many times my daughter wakes up at nighttime, reducing the amount of sleep I get. I can't control if it's a rainy day like today where I can't go on a walk. Those are things I just can't control, and that's just life. But what I can control is my self-discipline, and that is the hardest part. Self-discipline is not easy, and I've done it before where I do things even though I don't want to. I work hard, but once you fall out of that routine, it definitely is a struggle to get back up there. Hence why I'm doing this challenge. I'm ready to just improve myself, even if it's just a little bit, and I hope you are too, because we're gonna get started with this Winter Arc Challenge today. You might be wondering, well, what are your rules that you want to set for the Winter Arc Challenge? And let's go over it. First up, I want to take control of my time and set schedules. If you've been following for a while, you know that I kind of just have this hectic, crazy schedule. I'll go to sleep at 3 in the morning. My daughters wake up during the night, whether it's my oldest because she has some like nightmares, or my youngest because she's feeding during the night. However, I know that sleep is the most important thing that we can provide our bodies, sleep and water. So I want to start waking up at a set schedule every single day. I'm not gonna be so much of a stickler about it. Like, I know that I want to wake up between 7 and 8 in the morning. If I wake up at 7:30, 7:45, 7:05, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna give myself some wiggle room to figure out what time I like best before I go hard on schedule, but I will be trying to put an alarm for those times. 2, I want to have intentional daily movement, whether that's going to the gym, walking, stretching, having a YouTube workout, dancing. I just want to know that I'm doing something on purpose to move my body. Especially on days that I don't work out, having a nice casual walk, I think that's very doable. 3, I want to hit 5K steps a day. Honestly, I don't even know what my step count is right now, and I just realized I forgot to put my watch on, so I haven't tracked anything for today, but I think 5K is doable. 4, I want to drink 2 bottles of water a day. I feel like I've been slacking on my water game. I've been saying this for a while now, and I just want to get on it. And I feel like if I have a water bottle that I drink out of all day, it's a lot easier for me to keep track of it. And then extra water that I have on the side, like in cups, I'm not even gonna count that. That's just extra bonus water. 5, I want to start reading before bed. I remember I actually started this habit a few months ago, and it was amazing because I actually got sleepy before bed. And personally, I have a hard time falling asleep, which sometimes leads to doom scrolling, which leads to less sleep. I talk a lot with my hands, I just realized. 6, I want to start tracking my calories. Now, I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but personally, this works the best for me. I feel the most disciplined when I do this, and I actually like it because I can track ahead, I can see what I'm going to eat. Like today, I've already tracked that I have my dinner, which I portioned out leftovers from last night, and I even portioned out that I'm gonna have 2 of my little ice creams as dessert, so that way I already know what's going on. I still have a couple hundred calories left over, so that way I know, okay, I can have this for lunch. I know this works really well for me, so I definitely want to start tracking calories once again to ultimately reach my number 7 goal, which is to lose 15 pounds. This is obviously not a daily habit, but it is something I'm going to be tracking every single month to see how much weight I'm losing. I think losing 15 pounds in 3 months is very doable, especially if I am working out, moving like I want to, tracking my calories. It should be very doable. However, if let's say I do not reach 15 pounds and I only lose 10, 5, I still take that as a win because I'm just slowly, gradually getting to my goal weight. This is not an all or nothing challenge. Remember, this is just to improve yourself, to just get to a better version of yourself. It's not just gonna take 90 days to reach the best version of yourself. This is just a kickstart. Number 8, I wanna limit social media use to 1 hour. I think right now my average is about like 2.5 to 3 hours. And by social media, I mean Facebook, Instagram, Threads, just those actual social media apps. I want to do 1 hour or less. And it's just a habit that I have to break of like picking up my phone. Right now it is 12:40 p.m. and I've already done 34 minutes of social media. That's crazy considering I'm not even halfway throughout my day and I'm already over half of my hour. That is why I need to keep track of my media use. It's too much. I'm wasting time on it. I'm not being productive. And when I say productive, I mean I'm not resting. I'm not getting things done. I'm not cleaning. I'm not spending time with my kids. All those things are productive to me. And scrolling through Instagram, watching reel after reel after reel, that is not what I want to spend all my time doing. That leads us to number 9, which I want my overall phone screen time to be less than 3 hours. I'll be honest, I use my phone a lot, not just for like social media, but I use it to look up recipes. While I'm cooking a new recipe, I have my phone on. I have it for searching up workouts. I have it for FaceTiming family and calling and all these things. But it is too much, way too much. I am so embarrassed, but I'm going to share what my averages are. Yesterday, my phone average was at 5 hours and 49 minutes. Before that, 4 hours, 5:54, 6 hours and 45 minutes. It's just too much. I even have a day where I had 8 hours. What was I doing on my phone for 8 hours? You couldn't ask me because I wouldn't know. that's just time that's wasted doing I don't even know what. So I want to reduce the amount of phone time, and I say 3 hours because I still do FaceTime family pretty much every single day because I am long distance from them. So that's kind of like a non-negotiable, especially because I have my daughters and they like to see them, talk to them. Something I want to try is actually taking like a notebook and writing down the common recipes that I find myself going back to all the time, but I just don't have them memorized, and write them in a book so when I want to refer to them I can just kind of like, I was gonna say scroll by, oh my goodness, just flip through the recipe that I want and just follow through that instead of just being like attached to my phone. And honestly, I think it's gonna set a good example for my daughter, because when I'm looking at recipes, like I see her looking at me and I look like a zombie, and in her almost 3-year-old brain, she doesn't understand what I'm doing. She just knows that mommy is looking at the phone all the damn time. And I just want to reduce it by maybe keeping a notebook in little areas where if I have an idea, I jot it down on my notebook instead of my phone. Just kind of become more pen and paper gal instead of all being strictly digital. Am I on 10? I think I'm on 10. My number 10 goal is to just have a 10-minute cleaning session nightly before I go to bed. This is a habit I pretty much do already, but I've been kind of slacking on it for the past while, and I want to make sure I do this every single night so that when I wake up I don't have this gigantic mess in the kitchen or living room. A little mess is okay. I'm a mom of 2. My house is not going to be spotless, and I know that, but a 10-minute cleaning session goes such a long way, especially when you just hyper focus on it. So I definitely want to keep doing that every single day and just put it right back into my routine. If you're curious on how I plan to track my habits, I will not be using Notion or any online format because, like I said, I'm trying to just reduce the amount of social media time or just screen time in general. So what I will be doing is actually printing out a little habit tracker. I'm going to show you guys what I made and attach this to either the fridge or my desk or somewhere I'm going to see it daily, so that way I can check in and have like a visual of how I'm doing it throughout the month, and that way I can compare how I'm improving myself from month 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we're gonna try to print this nice little sheet out, and I'm just gonna copy and paste it for the next 2 months, December and January. If you're anything like my household, the printer seems to never be working, so fingers crossed that it'll work today. Okay, we got a clear paper here. I'm not sure why this printed so many. Oh, blank pages, but I did get the one. It mostly came out. I'm thinking I need to buy some black ink because, as you can tell, it's kind of a little faded, but I mean, it's gonna work for now. And now we can start tracking our daily habits as of today, because today is day number 1. I prepared myself a little lunch. I made myself like half a sandwich and then some eggs from breakfast that my daughter didn't want to eat, so I'm not gonna let them go to waste. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and track it right now. I'm not adding the eggs because all I did was add it to my breakfast. So instead of 2, I added 3. I added the full slice of cheese, so that's why you're not gonna see it in the lunch portion. But I am adding the bread, the mustard cheese, and the ham. Also drinking water from the cup, which doesn't count towards my goal. I have to wash my water bottle and get it going, because if not, there's no not. We're gonna meet the water goal. These are just bonus water cups. Yeah, it's green. That's done. We're on our second cup of coffee today. To go more in depth of my winter arc timeline, I'm starting today, November 4th, and I'm gonna take it the whole 90 days until February 2nd. Now, my reasoning for not wanting to end it at the very end of December is because I want this challenge to carry through 2025, not just end right before it. I don't want it to be just another New Year's resolution type of thing where at the end of the year, I feel like I have to start over, start that day 1 on January 1st. I want to have something that I'm already doing and just carry it on through. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do with this winter arc challenge. In my opinion, I feel like this is an even better timeline than actually ending at the end of the year, for the reasons I just said. And with that being said, if you think it is too late to start, it is definitely not. How can you be late to any challenge or self development, growth type of thing. This is something that's supposed to be ongoing throughout our lives, so there's no late. It's just starting whenever you want, making it work for you, and the most important thing is just being consistent. That is really the true challenge of this trend. How long can you keep it going for, and are you gonna keep going after the challenge ends? That's the question I'm gonna be asking myself, and you should too. There is no timeline to self-improvement, it's just ongoing. So if you wanna start the challenge today, if you see this a month from now, or even if you see this in the beginning of next year, just go for it. That's all that matters, just getting a head start. And you don't need some elaborate plan. I literally decided last night that I wanted to do this challenge, and here I am today, starting on day 1. So get that pen and paper out, write down your goals, and just start tomorrow. There's no need to wait till a Monday or next week. I am checking in at 5:52 p.m. and let me tell you, your girl is tired. I just finished my first water bottle, so I'm gonna refill my second. It's looking very promising that I'm gonna finish the second one before the day ends. I'm not gonna lie, daylight savings time is kicking my butt. It's been dark since what feels like 4:30 p.m. and it's just been a gloomy day in general, and it's only 5:55. I would think right now it's already 8 p.m. I'm gonna do a little quick check-in on my phone time. So right now I'm at 2 hours and 38 minutes of general screen time and then 35 minutes of social media. I would say that's pretty good. I know that time is going to go up once I go to the gym because I use my phone to look at my workouts, track my workouts, and listen to Spotify. I'm not even sure if Spotify counts, but if it does, I do plan on going to the gym tonight. I'm gonna go after I put my youngest baby to sleep, and then my husband will take care of my older kid. So I'm just hoping I get to be in bed by 10 p.m. to 11 and not some crazy like 2 in the morning. It's 8:40 and I just arrived at the gym. Honestly, I wanted to come a lot earlier, but my 6-month-old is teething, so she just was not going to bed. But I am absolutely starving. So I brought this little cinnamon almond bar. They're so good. This is gonna put me over my calories for today, but I do not care right now. I say that because I already have my dinner tracked and I'm starving, so when I get home I'm gonna eat it all plus dessert, and I need to have my dessert. So I'm not gonna take it too like to the bone strict. Is that a thing? I don't know, just because I am also breastfeeding, so I have to take that into account. So a day like today where I am going to the gym, I'm about to work out and, you know, get some energy out, I don't mind going over 190 calories if that means I get to have something in my stomach. Gym workout, so proud of myself. Back from the gym and I am absolutely starving. It is 10:42. Honestly, I thought I would be like dead asleep by now, but being a mom, you have to be flexible for things like teething and children missing you. For tonight's dinner, I have some leftover picadillo, some rice. I already measured this out, so I know exactly what I'm eating. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this in a bowl so I can properly enjoy it sitting at my table. Here we have it, the final product. I have never been happier to see so much food. It's funny how when I package it in a little container, it doesn't look like much, but this is like a lot. However, I've been starving for the longest time, so you bet I'm gonna enjoy this food. 10-minute cleanup, here we go. Not the most in-depth clean, but again, it was just a 10-minute clean, and I'm kind of tired today, so we're gonna call it at this. I did get this package in the mail today, so that'd be pretty fun to open it up. I got this on sale from Etsy because Halloween is over, obviously, and I thought this would be so cute to wear it next year. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at that. That is way too cute. It's pretty soft on the inside. What do we think? I like it. I really do. That is the cutest little ghost reading picture. And it's actually like really comfy. So anywho, it is 11:27 right now. So I'm gonna go ahead take a quick shower. That way I can come back, do some very light reading before bed. And I kind of wanted to practice the piano for maybe like 10 minutes because I have my piano lesson tomorrow and I didn't practice all week, which sucks because, you know, I'm paying for these lessons and I want to get better, but sometimes like life just gets really busy. That's the game plan for the rest of the night. The goal is to be in bed by midnight latest, so let's go. And don't you think I forgot about my little ice creams? I track these ahead of time so that I can have them in peace, knowing I can enjoy my dessert. If you ask anybody in my family or friends, they will tell you I am the biggest sweet tooth, and it's true. It's true, I'm not denying it. So a reminder that if you are trying to also lose weight, you don't have to suffer. If you're a sweet tooth, just make sure that according to whatever lifestyle changes you want to do, whether it's calorie tracking, intuitive eating, or any of those things, just make sure you eat in moderation. That's the key, moderation. And while we're on the topic, I did want to talk about the holidays and maybe these type of challenges, mostly like fitness, things like that. Here is your reminder that it is okay to enjoy your Christmas Eve dinner, your New Year's party, your Thanksgiving meal. Like, it's not the end of the world by enjoying yourself those days. I may be doing this challenge, but if on those holidays and around the time, if I have family over, if I don't do something, or like let's say get a workout in, if I eat extra, like over my calories for a few days, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, because what I'm trying to do and what we're trying to do is a lifestyle change, not a diet, not a little 2-month diet that then we're gonna forget about and go back to our old ways. But we want to create lifestyle changes, and that means being flexible when it comes down to social events, family events, you know, things that just come about. I love my wine, my cheese, and my honey, but guess what? Those are not really the best for when you're trying to lose weight and watch your calories. But am I gonna stop having date nights with my husband? No. I'm just gonna try to moderate the amount of times maybe we do this. Maybe we plan it out to do it once a week or once bi-weekly. But the point is to just overall be consistent with your plans. You can have things in moderation. Please do not feel guilty. Let's enjoy this holiday season without negativity around it when it comes down to food and fitness. Just try to make the best out of it. That's my little holiday chat to you guys. It is time for our final little check-in, and yes, I am wearing a robe because I'm wearing my actual pajamas underneath here and no bra because I could not be bothered to wear a bra at this time. For today, we already know that I woke up on time today. I did have intentional daily movement. Honestly, that's not where I watch at all to calculate my step count, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip that one. I did drink both bottles, and I'm actually going to refill it before bed so I can have it on my nightstand. I did track all my calories, even if I went over a little bit, I did track, which is the goal. All right, time to reveal my phone time. Let's see, screen time, 1 hour and 8 minutes. Should I count it? I'm gonna go ahead and mark it just because my averages were at 2.5 hours, and I really made an effort to make it 1 hour. And for screen time, 4 hours and 9 minutes. Yeah, I did not hit that today. The thing is, I can see here that it did mark my 17 minutes of looking at my fitness app, of my camera app, because I did record it to make a little, first day of winter challenge reel. So that counts. I also spent 25 minutes looking at some music sheets because I had to pick my song for a little piano recital. So nonetheless, all those things do count, and I did not meet my goal. And then I did have my little 10-minute home refresh, as you guys saw. So overall, I must have skipped over reading before bed. I am going to mark it because once I'm done here and all the lights are off, I'm gonna go ahead and read in bed for maybe like 5 minutes just to get the habit going. But once those 5 minutes are up, I'm literally just gonna and go to sleep, you know? So I won't be filming that part. 7 out of 10 goals for day 1. I think that's pretty good. Of course, I wanted to meet all my 10 goals on day 1, but realistically, I'm just gonna get better from here on out, and that's what matters. We have arrived at the end of day 1 of this winter arc challenge. If you guys are gonna join me, or if you're doing your own winter arc challenge, let me know in the comments down below, like what are some goals that are different than mine. I always find it interesting to see what other people are working on. That's why I love the monthly resets and things like that. So with that being said, I am tired. If you want to see more real-time updates, I recommend following my Instagram because I'm probably posting a few more reels and things like that there. And I'll see you guys next time.